Hello, I'm Rob Brydon. You might know me from one of my many award-winning television comedy roles, or perhaps as the voice of Gaviscon Plus. What a feeling! What you may not know is that I'm a big music fan, with a collection of over 100 CDs.
Ladies and gentlemen, 1 minute till showtime!
Over the next 6 weeks, you can join me on an exciting musical journey, in the company of a band who have come to mean an awful lot to me. They're probably my fourth or maybe even third favourite novelty music act. The Flight of the Conchords.
Okay, now we've got a couple of guys from New Zealand who are going to do some novelty music for you. So let's hear it for Flight of the Conchords.
The Conchords have come halfway around the world from their native New Zealand and stopped here at the open mic night upstairs at the Pig and Whistle pub in London. This is a gig that could make or break the band, and yet it almost didn't happen.
Thank you. We're from New Zealand. For those, you might have expected us last week. We didn't make it due to an injury. Sorry about that. So we'll do one of our songs. This one is called Think About It, Think About It.
Just like Phil Collins, who taught us all how sad it must be to be a tramp, the Conchords are agitators as well as entertainers. Think About It, Think About It is their most unflinchingly political novelty song to date.
Ooh.
On guitar and vocals, Brett McKenzie.
There's children on the streets using guns and knives, taking drugs in each other's lives, killing each other using knives and forks, and calling each other names like dogs.
There's people on the street getting diseases from monkeys.
On vocals and guitar, Jermaine Clements.
From monkeys. Now there's junkies with monkey disease. Who's touching these monkeys? Please leave these poor-sick monkeys alone. They got problems enough of their
A
own.
man is lying on the street, some punk's chopped off his head. I'm the only one who stops to see if he's dead. Turns out he's dead. What is wrong with the world today?
What's wrong with the world today? I never ever thought to the moon and eight.
What is wrong with the world today?
Yeah, think about it, think about it.
The band's manager, Brian Nesbitt.
I tell you what, working with these two, there's certainly a lot of great stories I can tell you. It was the weekend before we came over here actually, and we wanted to have one more practice. You know, they both turned up on my doorstep, and we're all set to go. We had the amp plugged in and everything, and I looked at Brett, and he had a weird look on his face, and I said, "What's happening here, Brett?" And then he admitted he'd forgotten his guitar. So crazy. So it's just, I mean, this is the day before we're coming here, and he left his guitar at home. Oh, man. I mean, obviously I've embellished that story a little bit.
They're turning kids into slaves just to make cheaper sneakers. But what's the real cost? Cause the sneakers don't seem that much cheaper. Why are sneakers still so expensive when you got little slave kids making them? What are your overheads?
At the end of your life, you were lucky if you died. Sometimes I wonder why we even try. I saw a man lying on the street, half dead. He had knives and forks sticking out of his leg, and he said, "Could somebody get the knife and fork out of my leg, please?
Could somebody please remove these calories from my knees?" And then we broke it down.
This is where we break it down.
Brett's thoughts turn wistfully to home and to the birth of the band.
I had a guitar, but I didn't know how to play it, and I'd heard about this guy in town that could play.
So I had this video of how to play guitar.
This is Jermaine Clements' voice.
And I'd watched it a lot, so I had the basics down of how to play the guitar. I thought I could play the guitar, but I wasn't sure because I didn't have a guitar.
It took me a while to find your house, and then I saw you were like sitting out on the front of the house.
That's right.
And just, you were playing what people call air guitar now.
We used to call it mime guitar.
Everyone knew you as the mime guitarist in town. You know, they were like, oh, he's a mean mime guitarist.
people would say he's pretty good, but he's not as good as someone with a guitar.
You're sitting there air guitaring, and I put the guitar in your hands, and it was seamless.